we as Jamaicans can be stubborn when we're ready, right? It will take uncle, sister, brother, schoolmates, principal, somebody from overseas, Mass Joe from down the road, Sammy who plant piece of corn down the gully. Hey everyone, welcome to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Aaron Ballantyne and you're watching Life According to Aaron. So in today's video, I'd like to talk about media saturation, right? Let me start by saying that we as Jamaicans can be stubborn when we're ready, right? It will take uncle, sister, brother, schoolmates, principal, somebody from overseas, Mass Joe from down the road, Sammy who plant piece of corn down the gully to convince us to do something. We have to move the world or a mountain before we actually do something that we're supposed to do or we start believing in something. An example of this is when I first joined Fiverr. That's the online platform where you can offer services to people who are looking for those services, called gigs, right? It took months after being introduced to Fiverr by my friend who was doing video editing on the platform at the time. It took months of research, hearing from other people about their experiences, and my friend consistently saying, yo, Aaron, you should join this, Aaron, you should join this, Aaron, you should, before I finally joined. It took forever, but it was one of the best decisions of my life. But what I'm saying is it took a while, right? Now, what does all of this have to do with media saturation? What I find that people tend to talk most about is stuff that we're saturated with, the news that we're saturated with. So for example, what I saw being circulated a lot when it first dropped was news about COVID. You realize that it didn't take very long for everybody to start talking about it. And it's not necessarily just because it was what it was a pandemic. It's because no matter where you look, information or content or media or just word of mouth was spreading news about COVID. Not necessarily just media, but saturation in terms of what we absorb, right? If it's saturated, there's a higher chance that we'll acclimate to it or take it on or actually move or jump to it. For example, the more people talk about the severity of it, is the more people become aware, and the more people are willing to take action, get vaccinated, quarantine, sanitize, all of those stuff. It's because we're saturated with it, right? Now, the reason why I'm speaking specifically about this is actually for a good reason. I'm in a good mood. I am so proud of the era or the era I live in now, in the sense that what is saturating our media specifically, and by extension what our minds are being saturated depending on what we allow in it, is investment information, right? Now more than before, it's become imperative to start investing as opposed to saving, because inflation has risen to the point where our money is losing value significantly faster than it was in the past, right? So in order to fight inflation, a savings account not going to cut it anymore. We have been forced to explore different investment options, different investment avenues and opportunities, not just in stocks, but out there, NFTs, cryptocurrency, real estate, you name it. We have had to find different ways of investing so that our money still has purchasing power, essentially. And why I'm proud is that nowadays you'll find that what is saturated in media is a lot of investment information. If it's not a financial institution having a forum or an online workshop, for example, JMB's Elevate event, if it's not Mayberry, if it's not Sagicor, like financial institutions are pumping out these forums, these settings where retail people or people just on the street, civilians, regular people like you and me, can learn about different investment options, not just to get clients, but to actually educate. And the reason why I say that as well is because a lot of these events feature people that we identify with or relate to or follow on social media. If it's not financial institutions putting out this information, it is people that you follow on social media, like YouTube. There are a lot of YouTube channels that feature people like me and you who aren't, licensed financial advisors. We didn't go to school, didn't learn anything, but we have an interest in investing and we learn our thing and we share information with those who it can help. You get me? So you find that people like me and you, so just the name of you have Demetrius Fairman, you have Anna Palomino, you have Kalila Reynolds, you have Devroyd Davis, I believe his last name is. I'll just call him Devroyd because that's the first name Shell, so it's just Devroyd. You have, and I think Jermaine is another one. He also appeared on JMMB's Elevate event. So you have people who we, as the public, relate to, and when they share the information, it's more easily recepted because it's people like me and you. It's like me sitting here and you pass me on the street and we'll have a conversation about investing. It's going to hit home closer because of a number of reasons, but the main one that comes to mind is that if somebody just like me can achieve these results or build their portfolio to this size, and I'm looking at this person, I can sit down and have a conversation with this person. It's not like they live on a hill some far distance away and they're inaccessible. No, it's just regular people like me and you. If they can achieve these results and these goals and they're not trained, they don't have a license or anything, then I can too. And that is why I appreciate when financial institutions feature these kinds of people in their workshops as panelists, as moderators, as hosts, because it reminds us as the public that we can achieve those results too. It's not that it takes any secret sauce or it's anything special. It's just consistency, and based on the information that they share, it is a genuine interest in wanting to get that kind of result for yourself. So that is why I'm proud, because recently I've been noticing that there's just a lot of events, and I cannot scroll on any social media platform without seeing, another workshop is being hosted on business, and it's not just investment, it's business, it's estate planning, it's a lot of things that help to build life, like a lot of things that you aren't traditionally taught in school, but they're hosting events and workshops and forums to teach it, to educate the public, and I love that. I am so happy about it. It makes, or put it this way, I have a goal of creating a legacy, and I also want my name to be associated with building that legacy, building up the future generations through financial education and independence, estate planning, all of those things that help to build wealth and pass it on to future generations. So when I see things like that out in public and knowing that it's a part of my mission as well, it puts a smile on my face, like genuinely puts a smile on my face. I am happy and I'm so proud. It's a Jamaican, it's a pride overall, but it's a Jamaican pride in the sense that you will have people like this who give this information or produce this information, and it is impact without them aware or cognizant of how it's impacting people, making a positive impact in individuals' lives all over the island and even outside of the country. That's why I am so proud of it. So, because, or put it this way, saturation or what we are fed on a daily basis or consistently is what forms the basis of our discussions and what we converse with other people about, right? So if it is that all we're hearing or all we're seeing or all we're absorbing is violence and crime and corruption, and that's all we're going to talk about. But if it is that we're saturated with positivity and growth and good results and just trying to live a better life or building your legacy, making sure that your country stands out, that you foster actual national development, if it is that we're saturated with that kind of news, with that kind of information, then can you imagine the impact that it would have on our country? Like just think about it. So I'm glad that I am right there when we're experiencing that mindset shift, because it's not going to happen overnight, but it definitely won't happen if it is that we as individuals stop what we're doing. For example, if my videos help, right? I'm assuming that they do. If my videos help and I were to decide to just stop making them right now, right? I have no way of knowing who it will impact out there, who looks forward to these videos, who looks out for these videos, and it's a source of encouragement or positivity for them. Imagine that on a wider scale. If it is that everybody or every person who produces this kind of content stopped because they weren't aware of or they thought that they weren't making an impact, or they're not profiting, or whatever the case is, if they just stopped, then we definitely, like, that mindset shift, that change in how we look at finances and living our life and sacrifices and all of that, it will never happen. We will never get that mindset shift, which is why I have to take the time, I have to make this video to share my pride and how happy I am that we're doing it, and I'm seeing more and more people emerging with this kind of information, this kind of positivity, and this kind of encouragement. I am happy. I am genuinely happy. If it doesn't put a smile on your face, then I don't know what to say to you, because it is a cause for celebration, in my opinion, because it signals, or it signifies the better Jamaica that we want, or the better country that we envision. For example, I see Jamaica as, if it's not already there, as one of the most powerful countries in the world. I'm not talking about resources, I'm just talking about influence and impact. I envision it that way, and I know it is possible. It just takes sacrifice. For example, I know that it's possible for all of this effort not to see me while I'm alive, right? For example, I can make an impact, or endeavor to make an impact as much as possible, and I might not see the results of it while I am alive. It might only impact generations far after I've passed away, right? Unfortunately. But that is a reality that we as Jamaicans, and just anybody who wants to see change happen, have to face. That what you do now might not even impact, you might not even be able to enjoy the fruits of your labor while you're alive. But that doesn't mean that you should stop, because what you do is important, and you're not the only one who benefits from what you do. And that is why I had to make this video. I love the shift. I love that we're being saturated with more positivity, more people starting businesses, more people investing. It is amazing. So that's what this video has been about, to share my pride and my happiness about that. Tell me in the comments if it is that you share my sentiment, if it is that you disagree, if it is that you think we should be putting out even more information out there. Share your thoughts with me. And as always, if it is that you found any of this information helpful or positive or encouraging in any way, make sure to like the video. If it is that you know anybody who would benefit from the information in this video as well, or what I shared, then share it with them as well. And if it is that you want to keep seeing videos like this, be sure to subscribe. Alright? That's it for the video. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.